Canto 3, Genesis. Before we taste the worst of wasted lives, who mothers breath deny by martial deed, before the flailing alien arrives on earth alike that bruised and thirsted steed, before an age is vitrified in gore, let us devise the stage and lay its playful floor. From stardust is a planet made, then leave the rest to science. Eft soon we'll hear the rise and fade of songbirds in alliance, a never-ceasing serenade, most happy circumstance of swallows following dawn's constant roll, aslant the planets spinning pole to pole. Curving sleekly like a discus, lights flashing strobe on strobe, the colossus that is cosmos coughs up a tiny probe, sizing the climate, analysing carbon and microbe. Earth, a long time ago. Benvenuto. On earth hath nature poured her bounties forth, with such a full and unwithdrawing hand, her colours blushing from the sun snow-blanched north, through flower fields to Afric's drifting sand. O perfect sphere of ecosystems fair, o'er which in flight appear strange light storms hung on air. With wrenchly might hot starships land, as cook of the Endeavour once stood upon Australic sand, and culture changed forever. Here, two by two, with taloned hand, gimbling all together, terrific lizards press on pastures new, marshalled by monkey slaves and suited crew. As apelings whip broad battle back, as apelings whip broad cattle backs, the higher minds watched on, chewing on snacks of protein packs until the beasts were gone, plodding through cutting undergrowth, good meat on every one. Africa. Carnivores. The perfect state of nature is to war. Why else be frightful of night's spiteful sounds, to feed upon or be fed upon the law, to e'er defend thy vital hunting grounds? 5 dinosaurs compete for rotting meat, the lonely one arose, some minotaur of Crete. As vicious as those snarling seas of Cape Horn in the autumn, a slash, a bite, back butt, unfreeze her neck as hard she fought 'em. Hard battle breaks the viney trees till sadly as she caught 'em, her final wounds unspilled her life force free, and swooned she down to her misery. As silence falls, as battle ends, full Pyrrhic are the phrase. Wise mothers tend the wounded, mend each gas with spittle glaze, to feast upon the spoils of war, like werewolves in a craze. America. Social division. As particles drift slowly round the core, then start to rave far from its density, time too speeds up its progress more and more, while flitting from the Big Bang's gravity. When near that place vast universe began, some cosmic Klingon race wings there flew on caravan. Beyond the speed of light they drew their mercantile intentions, 'cross dozen milliards they flew, ships leaping through dimensions, until a sphere of green and blue promises fat pensions for many lizards caught up in that cull, chopped into squares and packed in icy hull. Among the furball monkey slaves a leader raised his pride. By roaring waves he saw the caves where they could easy hide, and made a plan, that Adam man, whom tyranny defied. Europa. Cataclysm. From deep space depths ejected destiny, full 7 miles across its rocky span, 100 Teratons of TNT randomly lands upon the Yucatan. As doomsday slammed and shuddered underground, the dinosaurs, all damned, grew flimsy at the sound. Materiel ascends the skies, an incandescent army. Dust superheated chokes the eyes, flesh broiling to salami. Colossal shockwaves terrorize as mega tsunami. 2,000 meters high lay low the coasts and leave a sludgy wilderness of ghosts. Through lightning flash, hailstones of cold destruction decollates. Those mires that maul, those fires that fall, all life flesh devastates. While dregs of all existence call hopelessly for their mates. Mexico, 65 million BC. Liberty. They came to investigate the carnage churned by those vast ruthless Triassic seas. 'Neath shaking heads they burnt the starry bridge to this scourged world unfertile to the bees. But not before a Spartacus of slaves into the jungles tore and disenthralled in caves. They waited till the master's gone, at last lights disappearing. They formed a tribe of 21 in kinship quite endearing. And though the sun of safeness shone, still they all sat fearing. Those dazzling lords of flight, whose lightning rods had scarred their backs, those beings men call gods. As generations passed them by, those gods did not return into the sky with teary eye, for home sphere's elders yearn, a memory grown ancient of the forest and the fern. Asia, 30 million BC. Evolution. Beyond the formal motions of romance, there yearns a primal instinct men call lust. We see it in a brooding woman's glance. To she we leave our favoured fate in trust. As monkey men grow ever populous, some forced out of that den, our monkeys' ancestors. As eons pass, through mate on mate they wriggle in mutation. As lie the limbs regenerate, they blend with vegetation. Up to the jungles fling their fate, sings primatial nation. Orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees. While men lord over plains, we rule the trees. But what of man? He too evolves, Yeti, Neanderthal. Each problem solves, his world resolves quite mathematical. His world revolves quite mathematical. Swelling their brain against the cranials of each fresh skull. Australia, 1 million BC. Musteria. Far from the conflict of that cosmic war, ashroud the twin antennae galaxies, where Uzgoth and Dadgabi blood pools bore, a nobler race makes world enquiries. On beryl wheels, flames gollywogging rock, steel-sinewed stake-like heels absorb the landing shock. Cometh Queen Oriana's passion, she with the natives mated, left her wombery to fashion new life, till satiated this osculant meddling mission, better men created. She, with 6 clapping hands, laughs her delight. These darling furballs bend their backs upright. The Star Guild builds her landing strips across the Nazca plain. Magenta lips sing each eclipse, we God shall come again. Back to Teotihuacan, 60 humans to obtain. America, 100,000 BC. The Cull. From grots and caverns shagged with horrid thorn, men wander over land and over sea. A clever race of higher species born, advanced in science and astronomy. Their gods return. These apelings grown too wise. 3 days of lasers burn, race churning up the skies. Inferno follows thunder flash, wondrous things all vaporized. Old Sodom bombed, Gomorrah ash, false concupiscence chastised. Atlantis sunken conscience bash, Haruppa cauterized. What little left alive through mankind warns of godly vengeance when the faithless spawn. The memories of these events through bardic sagas rage. Each line laments, each song cements the passing of an age. What once was glad and golden, naught but sad words on a page. Earth, 20,000 BC.